Hi, I am Claudia with Pivotal Peace, and I help you create peace instead of pieces. And if your life is in pieces, I help you make peace from those pieces. I want to talk to you about support. When you're going through a divorce, support is a big deal. And the reason that it's a big deal is because it's money, and money is always a big deal. People fight about their kids and they fight about their money. And if they're fighting about their kids, it's because it's about the money. If that doesn't bother you, it should. You should. California does it makes it really easy to fight about your kids because they tie the amount of time that you spend with your kids to the amount of money you will receive or not receive. That's terrible, but typical of this great state in which I live and love. All right. So let's talk first about spousal support. So in California, it is not called alimony, it is spousal support. There is no such thing as lifetime, oh, 10 years. And all of a sudden, boom, you've been married for 10 years, a long term marriage. It's going to be spousal support for life. No, no. Okay, let's not even go into that. Here is a misconception I see about support, spousal support specifically. If you say, what is it? April. It's April. And you've been married several years and you done. You're like, I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm out of this marriage. And 2 weeks from now, you get a nice big fat promotion or you get a new job and you make five, $10,000 a month gross more than you would normally make. Not making five to $10,000 a month is gross, but that's the gross amount of your check. Okay. Five, $10,000 extra a month would be quite nice. So you're making this extra money a month. And then you decide, you know what? I'm out, deuces. I'm out. I'm gone. Bye. You file for divorce. And your spouse is like, oh, you're making an extra five to $10,000 a month gross. Great. I'd like some spousal support. No, 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 no. Spousal support is about the standard of living within your marriage. So if for a couple weeks, a couple months, you've been earning extra income, but that's not been the typical standard of your marriage, it's unlikely that spousal support would be granted, and it's not going to be granted long term after your divorce. Maybe in a Hail Mary move, you make some sort of claim to the court that I need this additional support while I'm going through this divorce. But if you make a good living and your spouse happens to make some more than you, you're probably not going to get that. All right. So don't be thinking like, oh, good. Ah, she left. He left. Okay, but they got a promotion. I need a piece of that promotion. It's not coming to you. It's not going to come to you. Okay. So you just got to let that go. Also, in terms of the standard of living in the marriage, credit card debt, in terms of like we've been living on credit cards. So you have an inflated standard of living that might, interfere with spousal support amount as well. Here's the other thing about spousal support. The purpose of it is so that the person who's receiving support can become self sufficient. Some people can't. Some people just cannot. And usually that happens in a long term marriage where someone is older. And there's a lot of age discrimination against older people in terms of employing them, which is totally wrong. But that might make it more difficult for a person to become self sufficient. But that's the purpose and the goal of spousal support. It's not to like, it's like, I've divorced you and now I'm just going to live off of it for the rest of my life. No, 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 no. And you know what? That's a yucky feeling anyway. You want to be done. Here's the other thing though. There's child support. Now, when it comes to child support, this is where a lot of the ugliness comes out. First of all, it's like, well, I want 50-50 custody, so I don't have to pay you anything. Is this about you or your children? And then people get savvy, like, oh no, no, it's about the kids. No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't lie. Don't lie. You just don't want to pay. Or it's 50-50 custody. You both make a really good income, but your spouse makes more than you. So you're like, well, guideline child support says I'm going to get, $1,000 a month in child support from you. I don't really need it, but I'm going to take it. You know what? You have every right to do that. Your spouse might be like, well, I'm not paying you money, so I want the kids more. Once again, is this about the children or is this about you? It's uncomfortable. Nobody wants to pay their ex money. And you can't, the thing about child support is you don't have control. You can't be like, okay, I will just pay this and this and this bill. No, it goes to the other parent. End of story. But she is going to use it to get her nails done. He is going to use it for a boys' weekend. It's insert your favorite curse word there. It's really yucky. But that's how child support works. You got to pay it. Now, if you have 50-50 custody, you can agree that the guideline amount is this amount, but we're going to set it at 0. But before you fall for that, the other parent, after you finalize your divorce and you make all your concessions, like, okay, I'll do this if we set child support at 0. Great, great. I'll give you extra money if I don't have to pay you child support. We're going to set it at 0. And if the judge signs off on that, it doesn't mean that your spouse can't go back and be like, you know what, we need to modify child support now. And they're going to get it because the guideline amount is a guideline amount. So you kind of stuck there. So here's a way to kind of get unstuck. Put something in your divorce decree, in your final agreement, that says that once a year you're going to exchange tax return information. Now, I know that's like, ugh, I do not want them in my finances. But if you make less and you're paying child support, then your child support payments should be reduced. And if you make more and you're paying child support, your child support payment should be increased. And the person who's receiving the child support, if they begin to make more and you're paying it, your payments should decrease. So this is a way to kind of keep things honest so that the next thing you know, you're paying child support $1,000 a month and your spouse, your former spouse is making so much more than you are, but you have no proof. It kind of helps save that. Keeps people a little bit honest. These payments, whereas spousal support is just the it's about the standard of living for the time in the marriage. Child support is about the standard of living in each house, so that it's not like I want to go to my parents' house who has all these other nicer things, then I want to go to your broken house. It's so that the children have less difference between the two households. So it's more the same because it's about the kids. All right. That was real fun. I can tell y'all excited. Like, oh, yes, tell me how I could pay money. I'm just telling you, if you feel threatened that you're going to have to pay spousal support, and it's not one of those situations where it's like, oh, yeah, I just made extra money the last couple of months of our marriage. Now they want more. If it's not one of those situations, don't sell your house right away. That could be a powerful bargaining chip. Don't start making moves with your finances before you get into mediation, because that equity could be a powerful thing that you can negotiate and change things around with. So you don't want to start piecemealing your life, pulling it apart in piecemeal. You want to kind of do it all at once so that if you need to buy someone out of something, you have leverage. And remember, the money is for the kids and they age out of child support. They age out of child support. Okay, so stay encouraged. Your life will be better once you get through this divorce. And a happy, healthy parent is great for their kids. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.